Hey, my loves. How are you doing? I hope you are amazing. This channel is going to be the best channel that you watch. Why? Because I am here to really help you heal as a woman, start your business and be successful, walk in full purpose, and love you. Love you completely where the world sees your light. Because listen, God has great plans for you. And there's people, your tribe, a community out there that needs to heal you. So I want to be raw and uncut and transparent on this channel. You're going to get to know about how I heal, what I suffer from, the things I was involved in, and how I am walking in peace, claiming my abundance, walking in purpose. Because guess what I did? I gave it to God. The best thing you could do in life is give it to God. One thing I'll tell you, when I was a little girl, even in my teens and early 20s, I was a control freak. And I controlled everything, but really wasn't controlling anything. Meaning, I had to control the narrative. But I realized in my childhood, I had to fend for myself. I had to get a job early. I had to catch the bus from school to work. I had to do a lot of things. So therefore, I was put in the position to control a lot of things. But as I got older, I had that same way, that same pattern in relationships. And I thought I was controlling my relationships, but I really wasn't. I was losing sight of my femininity, my emotions, because I was just a control freak. And if things didn't go my way, then I would be aggressive. And when you deal with a lot of childhood trauma or what you were taught, you build on that, and it shows in your adulthood. So then different aspects, we build different things, and we take on different things in different aspects where we look up and we're not healed. So listen, it's time to heal. It's time to stop being a control freak. It's time to stop overanalyzing your self-image. It's time to stop having things control you and allowing the enemy to take away from who you really are. Letting go of bad attitude, toxic ways, trauma bonds, alcoholism, sex, whatever it is that's holding you a captive from your destiny. Because listen, my love, where you are now is just a pitch stop. There's something you have to learn. There's some wisdom God wants to give you where you are right now. So hear me out. Hear me loud and clear. Where you are right now is where you're supposed to be. And when you realize that, you will not rush the process to be healed. Because what's for you is always going to be for you. God just wants you to surrender, give up the pain, give up thinking that you have to do it alone, which is why He told me and led me to create this channel, create a community for faith-based women who want to start their healing journey and start their business. You don't want to start a business and you're not healed, right? Because it's just like getting into a new relationship. What you haven't healed from, the things that you're broken from, listen, it's going to show with your customers as well. So as I share my journey, I want you to understand that you're not alone. I want you to be honest with yourself as well. Okay, so just a little bit about me, because this channel is about you. You're next, and what you need to be doing to become the woman that you are assigned to be. But I want you to know who I am, so you know who's your accountability partner, your friend, your coach, somebody who understands. Okay? So my name is Deidre Garrett, and I love being able to say that I am a serial entrepreneur. My financial firm, where we have helped thousands of people become liberated and have a great understanding when it comes to their personal and business credit. And then Evidently, I educated myself. I wasn't taught that at the comfort of my home, and that is okay. So I understood credit. I started getting Airbnbs. I did tarot. Now I have my personal brand. I even have a call center that I'm working on. So when you start to see your purpose and you start walking in that, God will make all your dreams come true. He will lay out the plan, and God is the blueprint. So this is why I want you to heal first, my love, so you can look up and say, oh my God, look at all my accomplishments. You are going to be the first millionaire in your family. I want you to know that. That would just put on my spirit to say, because I'm going to be. Like, that's just that. But in order to really believe these things and claim your abundance, you want to take care of all the things that you didn't take care of as you were coming into your adulthood. So I worked as a CNA for 9 years, working 12 and 16 hours a day before I became an entrepreneur. And I'll never forget the day, November 17th, 2017. The spirit came over me. God said, it's time to go. You are bigger than this. I have bigger plans for you. My mom passed in 2012. And when she was here, rest in peace, she's my angel now. She always cheered me on. She was always so proud of me, but she didn't get to see this side of me. But I learned working hard, that work a 9 to 5, be a CNA. That's what she did. And I'm so grateful that she showed me that great work ethic, because now that I'm an entrepreneur, I use that same skill set, mindset, just in a different way. So everything that you have is your gift, is your strength. But if you don't walk in for a purpose, then you'll always feel exhausted. And let me tell you, even as an entrepreneur, you might think, oh my God, that's freedom, a lot of money. No, there's a lot of work to do, but you have to work on you first. You're in constant mode of personal development, mindset mastery, internal work. You're in constant mode, praying, asking God to keep giving you the fire and the motivation to keep going. But here's the thing. A lot of things stop me in this journey. Yes, it sounds good that I have all these businesses, I've hit 6 figures, working on 7 figures. All that sounds good, but all that will crash if you aren't doing the work. So here's how I crashed. Here's what I was doing. After my mom passed, I didn't get a therapist right away, okay? My family, on my dad's side, they have an alcohol problem. And again, I controlled the narrative in my life. So I thought, hey, if I drink a half a pint of whatever I wanted, then I can control that. But guess what? It was controlling me. But all along, in my mind, I thought I was controlling it. I would go out, get myself together. And this is after my mom passed. So not knowing, I subconsciously created something that was already genetic, but I brought it to life. I didn't deal with my mom's death. Drinking and going out was my thing. I would get cute with my girls, be in the mirror, throwing it back. Let's be real here. And I would go out. This alcohol is in my system. Having a good time out. Dancing like no other. And at the end of the night, whatever happened, happened. From that day on, I started to create a pattern, right? I created trauma on top of trauma. Me finding my mom on her last breath was trauma. But guess what I did? The next day, I woke up, went to work 6 a.m. with a smile on my face, not realizing I was numbing myself. So my love, whatever you are numbing yourself from, I need you to take it head on. You got this. Now you probably already have a pattern to cover up your pain. And that's what I want you to look at. I want you to look at your patterns and your pains. Your pains and your patterns. Because guess what, my love? The problem isn't the problem. The pattern is the problem. And the problem is we don't want to break the habit. Shout out to King J Barnett. I forgot to give him this shout out for this amazing shirt. Listen, putting this shirt on and sharing my story with you makes me feel so good because I'm doing the work and I'm healing myself. So shout out to him. Listen, I will tag him in the caption. Go buy the shirt because it's your time and you will have this shirt on as well, okay? My shirts are coming soon, but go support the king. So look at the pain and look at the pattern. The pain was my mom dying. She's my angel now. The pattern is I started to drink. And then drinking, that was my comfort. I started to build a relationship with men that wasn't toxic, trauma bonds. I started to give my body away to these men, right? Yes, some of them seen, the good in me. I seen the good in me. At least I thought I did. Because I was still functioning. I was working. And then when I, became an entrepreneur, I was still drinking. I was functioning the business, right? So I was functioning. But that's just the bare minimum. We don't want to function. We want to actually live and thrive in what we're doing. So that was my thing. Alcohol and sex. And if that's your thing, guess what? Admit it. Own it. Because once you ask God to deliver you and heal you, and once you give your hot mess, because baby, I was a hot mess, to God, that's when you start building that relationship. That's when he can really help you renew your mind, renew your spirit, renew your soul. But if you're doing it your way, my love, and you are having this pattern where you think this is it, no, I want you to break down to be built back up. And this is why I'm creating this community. I never thought I would be sharing this with the world. I found my mom on her last breath. I'll never forget the day my mom passed from kidney failure, but there was also things that she was doing that wasn't healthy. She became addicted to things as well. And I watched her. I watched her drink. I watched her become an addict. I watched her, again, pushing it back. This is why I was always that control, because I had to control how I felt when I seen her. I had to get out in the world, control my emotions. No, all I did was build up aggression after levels of aggression. So alcohol and sex was my go-to. I was comfortable there. I didn't care to hear from God because I was comfortable. But I had to get uncomfortable because I'm telling you, I started to develop mental health issues. So seeing my mom take her last breath, oh my God, somebody else would have maybe took their breath. And I don't want you to be in a position where you feel like you have to take your life. I've been there too. So I'll never forget the night. I walked in. Again, she had kidney failure, so she could rarely, urinate. But she asked me, she was like, hey, daughter, can you put me on the commode? I think I have to go to the bathroom. Say less. When I walked into the house, I smelled things that she was doing. So I can replay this day like it was yesterday. But I can share this with you because I'm doing the work to heal. So I put her on a commode. I said, she's going to take a minute. She rarely urinates. She's going to take a minute because of her kidney failure. Went into the shower. Didn't take long. I came out. She didn't say my name. I was going to go get dressed, but I had the towel over me because I'm like, wait, let me go check on mom. Went in there, and she was slumped over. And I checked her pulse. That was my first instinct to do. Checked her heart. Nothing. From that day, she became my angel. I didn't scream. I didn't jump. I didn't yell. I just let peace be still. God was with me. God is always with you in the wilderness and with you throughout the things that you are experiencing. So I want you to know that, my love. I want you to know that God is with you. So again, right away, I didn't go get therapy. I didn't. I think it was like a weekend on a Friday or something. So I didn't have work, but the following week, guess what I did? I woke up, 6 a.m. was my shift. I went to work with a smile on my face. We are no longer masking things. We are no longer pretending like you're okay, because guess what happened? You create this perfect picture with a messed up frame. And I did that, which is why I picked up those habits, which became a pattern. Let go of the hurt. Let go of the pride. Be honest. So I'm sharing you this space with you so we can be honest about the pain and the pattern, right? So listen, I still didn't get a therapist after that. The alcohol became my therapist. Sex became my therapist. Men became my therapist. Until I'm like, no, this is it. Even as an entrepreneur, that didn't cure anything. The cure was me slowing down to really deal with my pain, to really look at my pattern. So my love, I would say to you tonight, after this video, write down 5 of your pain points. Write down 5 things that is trauma, that you consider trauma. And if what I'm saying to you is resonating with you, good, because it's time to do the work. And then write down 5 patterns. So you have 5 pain points and 5 patterns, because your pattern is correlated to your pain. And we want to break the chain, right? So I started to slowly break the chain. I got a therapist, and it was amazing. I was able to tell her things that I never told anyone. God knows, of course. I used to have dreams because my flesh was on fire so much, and the sexual dealings I had, it had me in the enemy had me. That's what it was. Let me not even think of anything else to say. The enemy had me. So in my dreams, I would have these demonic dreams, and I was like, oh my God, like I need to wake up. But I would wake myself up, and I would never talk about what I just experienced in my dream, and I would go on throughout the day like everything was okay. I'm sure you're battling with something, and you feel it in your day-to-day activity. Now you may have developed depression, anxiety, negative self-talk, right? Feeling unworthy, devaluing yourself, accepting certain things. I do not want you to stay there. It's okay that you were there, because I was there, but it's not okay to stay there. So even below, drop in the comments, what are some of your pains and your patterns? It's okay. I will respond back, because we are sharing this space together. It's not about me, it's about you. Okay? So it's time to do the work. It's time to heal, sis. And again, I will be sharing my journey. That was half of it. But it takes for me to be healed to share with you half of it. Okay? So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you comment below. Make sure you grab a shirt from the King. Turn your notifications on, because if you stay to the end of this video, just imagine what I have for future videos. All right, my love. Also, make sure you join the Facebook community, Claiming My Abundance. I'm able to talk to you like this because I'm walking in abundance. I'm walking in purpose. And it feels good here. And I want you to feel good too. It's your time, sis. So again, you are loved. There's a light. And the world needs the healed you. Talk to you soon.